On this episode of the podcast, I'm going to talk about charcoal, siblings, and also New Zealand. We're going to talk about New Zealand, so that might get deep. Hello. How are you doing out there? And welcome to another edition of the Luke Who's Talking podcast with me, Luke. I hope you're well. How's your week been? Mine's been okay. Now, charcoal. Let's talk about charcoal quickly. Now, we have some toothpaste here, and it has charcoal in it. It's like a charcoal toothpaste. It's supposed to make your teeth, like the toothpaste companies like, oh, this toothpaste is going to, kill cavities for 20 years if you use this 3 times a day for 20 years. We've got a toothpaste here. It's got charcoal in it. So I thought, I'll give that a go. So I put it on my toothbrush, and it sort of, has black specks in it. And I thought, okay. Put it in my mouth, and the taste of this toothpaste, sorry for the clip there, but the taste of this toothpaste, disgusting, absolutely disgusting. It tasted like licorice, like those aniseed rings you can get and they have the chocolate on them. Tasted like that, which I don't like licorice, and it was disgusting. Yuck. So I've used said toothpaste a couple of times, and I'm not that excited by it. It's not it's there, so I'll use it, but no. Not very nice at all. So I don't know. I mean, it doesn't taste like charcoal. It tastes like licorice. And as we know, everybody in the world knows this, licorice is disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. I mean, what board meeting situation was that? Where some guy at Colgate is the brand. I'm calling you out on this. They were like, hey, let's have toothpaste and it be charcoal. And, let's think about this. More than one person thought that was a good idea. Just let that sink in. More than one person thought, yeah, let's have a charcoal toothpaste and let's make it taste like disgusting licorice. At least 2 people thought that was a good idea. I hope they have been reprimanded severely for that. I don't know if the toothpaste even makes any difference. But it tastes disgusting. Give me back the classic mint toothpaste. I'm a sucker for mint toothpaste because you know what you're getting. Whereas this, it's just disgusting. Ugh. Have you ever been in a situation where you've had to explain to somebody how you know a third person, or just clarify something to them? So the other day, me and my sister, we went round to Skips. Right, we went round to see Skip. This is this bloke's nickname. Anyway, so we're round at Skip's doing whatever, having a couple of beers, and we're fixing something on my sister's vehicle. So we're at Skip's. I'm going to try and get the word skip in as many times as I can. It's like a skip bingo card. So we're at Skip's, and what was going on? Anyway, so Skip's got a wife. So Mrs. Skip said to me, how do you know, insert sister's name here? Did you grow up together? And I said, as soon as she said that, I thought, well, she obviously doesn't know that I'm my sister's brother. So I said, yeah, I suppose you could say, sort of did grow up with her, known, insert sister's name here, since I was a kid. And she's like, okay. And I said, she's my sister. And they were like, really? Oh. So they were like, oh, I just thought it was you were some guy, met at uni or something. And I'm like, well, I don't go to uni. Sister doesn't go to uni. So I had to explain to Mrs. Skip that I was my sister's brother, and that, I had known her for just a few years, indeed. And so Mrs. Skip also knew that there is a third sibling. So I then explained how we rank. And she's like, oh, yeah, well, I know that the third sibling's a sibling because of, I've seen them on Facebook, blah, blah, blah. So, I said, well, this is where I fit into the sibling tree, and that I am, one of a set of siblings. So, yeah, Mrs. Skip, she didn't know that I was the brother, and it was quite amusing having to explain to Mrs. Skip that I was, in the tree of siblings. Have you ever had that sort of situation where somebody's like, oh yeah, so how do you know so and so, and you've had to go, well, I'm their brother or sibling, or I'm their husband or wife or partner. I'm sure my old mate Bandrew Scott from the Bandrew Says podcast, shout out there to you there, Scotty. I'm sure he gets this a lot when he's out with Cheryl, because I'm sure people will say, so how do you know Cheryl? And he's like, and he'll try and brush it off. Try and be Mr. Cool and brush it off. But she'd go, well, he's my husband. And so be like, yeah, so you're Cheryl. Yeah, right, I get it. Yeah. So have you ever had to explain to somebody how you fit in to, a third person, like how that works, how you're related, how your friendship is? Get in contact. Send us a tweet about that. Why not? Now, I'm going to talk about New Zealand briefly. Well, I'm going to say briefly. I don't know, this might escalate. So, if you don't want to listen to this, skip it. I mean, feel free to. And also, I will say, I'll apologise in advance if anybody gets offended, but I'm going for it. So, now, the events that happened last week in New Zealand, they weren't good. Now, I'm not going to use the term, TA. I'm not going to say that. I'm just going to say something happened. There was an incident, right? I'm not going to label it, whatever. What the media are, okay? Now, it's not great, obviously, what's happened there, but if you're out there and you're thinking about travelling to New Zealand and you're thinking, well, I'm not going to because it's unsafe, you're completely wrong about that. New Zealand is 100% safe, okay? You might be thinking, well, how do you know, blah, blah, blah. I'll give you this as an example. A couple of years ago, about 2 years ago now, I went to London and I also went to Paris. Now, they are two cities that have had various things happen in them. And not once when I was there walking around the streets of London, walking around the streets of Paris, did I think, wow, this is unsafe. Or if I saw a policeman, did I think, oh, what's going on? Has something happened? Or if I heard a siren, oh, has something gone wrong? What's going on? Has there been some sort of incident? That did not cross my mind at all, because these places are 100% safe. They are safe. Do not stop travelling. Do not stop exploring the world, because, something's happened and you might think, no, that's not safe. Don't get scared about this. It is 100, these places are 100% safe. And I'll be honest about something, actually. When I was in London and also in Paris, I was expecting to see a lot more police around than what I did. I would say I saw just average amounts of cops about. The only place where I would say that I, quote, saw force or police out in force was at the Arc de Triomphe and also the Eiffel Tower. I don't think I saw a cop when we went to, when I was at the Louvre. I don't think I saw a cop there at all, And I saw police obviously around I think it's the Élysée Palace. That is where President Emmanuel Macron lives. That's the president's residency. So I saw police there. But I would say, on average, the amount of cops I saw, police force, etc., was pretty average. If I'm honest, very average. So if you're thinking, I'm not going to go to New Zealand because something's happened, or you're thinking, I'm not going to go to London, I'm not going to go to Paris, I'm not going to go to, hey, the Netherlands, they had something happen there the other day. Do not stop going to these places. People go to America, hey? They have like a shooting every day, don't they? And now also, something else, I'm going to touch on guns briefly. Now, regardless, sorry, I'm clipping here, regardless of if you think it's right or wrong, at least the New Zealand Prime Minister Jacinda Ardern, she's come out and she said, hey, we're going to do something, we're going to tighten up some firearm laws. Because, look, why do you need a semi-automatic or like a machine gun anyway? Who needs that? Nobody needs that sort of firearm unless you're in a war zone, right? That's the only situation you would need that. So I think it's good at least they're taking some action. They're not going, oh, this is terrible. Whoa, let's do nothing. And then when something else happens, we'll just say, oh, isn't this shocking? Oh, isn't this a tragedy? And then, hey, do nothing again. At least they're doing, or at least talking about taking some substantial action about this. And something else, I'll wrap it up. Now, for all you conspiracy theorists out there who think that this is just a situation for the government to take away guns, I've got something for you. How about you go yourself? Okay? Do that for me. We'll be right back. Well, that is it for this episode of the Luke Who's Talking podcast. I hope you enjoyed it. If you want to tweet me, you can send me one at L_who's talking, or you can send us an email at LukeWho'sTalkingPod@gmail.com. And I'll catch you next time.